Good afternoon, students. Today we start our next chapter of political science book, that is election and representation. As you know that India is a democratic country, and the most visible feature of a democratic country is an election by which the people they choose their representatives. So today we start our fresh chapter, our next chapter, that is election and representation, because the government is formed through the election. So let us start with the introduction of this chapter, that in a democracy, elections provide the basis of people choice and representation. As we know that India is a democratic country and India got independence on 15th of August 1947, and we enforce our Indian constitution on 26th of January 1950. And on that day, when India became a republic, then India gave the principle of universal adult suffrage to all the citizens of India who were the age of 21 and above. When India enforced the constitution of our country, then the voting age was 21 years. Election decide who shall rule. Elections help in the formation of government. So these are the various aspects of election. Let us start with the definition of election. An election is the process in which people vote to choose a person or a group of people to hold an official position. That is the definition of election. And it is the process of choosing representatives by the masses. So at present, what is the voting age? The voting age is 18 years. It was reduced from 21 years to 18 years. India got independence on 15th of August 1947. One of the major challenge before independent India to establish democracy. There were mainly three major challenge before independent India. One was the unification of the princely states into one, that is Indian Union. Second one, that the planned development of our country, and the third one was that how to set up democracy. As you know that democracy means rule of people. If the people they have the right to choose their representative, they can easily form their government. So for this purpose, our Indian government set up an independent election commission on 25th of January 1950. So it was the day and the time when the election commission, which is an independent body in our Indian constitution. Sukumar Sen became the first chief election commissioner of India. The first general election in India was held on October 1951 to Feb 1952. If the question will come in your examination that when the first general election of India was held, so mostly time the answer is 1952, the year of 1952, because in the mostly constituency the election was held in January 1952. That's the reason that the first general election is called the election of 1952. In the starting phase, election commission had only one member, but now it is multi-member. It has 3 members. Sunil Arora is the current 23rd Chief Election Commissioner of India, and 2 election commissioners are Ashok Lavasa and Sushil Chandra. Next question is very important, that V.S. Ramadevi was the first woman to become the Chief Election Commissioner of India. This topic is very important regarding the competition examination, and all these questions are very important regarding your competitive examination like UPSC, like CDS, etc. and etc. So this is the introduction of election and our election commission. Next topic is that why do we need elections? Yes, what is the need of an election? What is the importance of election? Election is important in the following ways. People get opportunity to elect their representative as they wish. As we know that the first general election was held in 1952, and in the last 2019 there was an election, and at that election Bharatiya Janata Party won the election. In 2004 to 2014 there was the rule of United Progressive Alliance, which was led by Indian National Congress, and from 2014 to 2019 there was the rule of National Democratic Alliance. So election provide an opportunity to the people to check the progress of the government, and if the people are not satisfied with the working style of the government, so they can change them. So it is the fundamental principle of election that it provide an opportunity to the people to check the progress, to check the working style of the government, and if the people they want to change the government, they can do so by the election. So first, that is, people get opportunity to elect their representative as they wish. It creates a political competition among parties and candidates. As you know that there are 7 national political parties in India, and in 2014 election, our election commission had registered more than 750 political parties in India. So there is a contest between the different political parties that to win the election and to form the government. Election is always better than selection. It gives deserving and capable people to represent. Election give an opportunity to political parties to form the government. Even independent candidates get a chance to contest election and win. Yes, जो इंडिपेंडेंट जो स्वतंत्र उम्मीदवार होते हैं वो भी क्या कर सकते हैं, इजीली क्या कर सकते हैं, चुनाव में भाग ले सकते हैं, इलेक्शन प्रोसेस का पार्ट बन सकते हैं और जीत कर क्या बन सकते हैं, प्रतिनिधि के रूप में स्टेट असेंबली में या जनरल जो हमारा लोकसभा है वहाँ जा सकते हैं. स्टेट वुड फेस एनार्की विदाउट इलेक्शन. यस, if there is no election, it means that state is not a democratic state. It means that there is no administration. It means the people of that state has no power to rule themselves. And democracy means that it is a form of government of the people, for the people and by the people. No stable and welfare state would exist without election. If India is a democratic country, so India must have the process of election. An autocracy, monarchy and the dictatorship would prevail without election. Yeah, these are the different kinds of administration process, that if there is no election, it means that that country is not called a democratic country. That country may be autocracy, monarchy and the dictatorship. It helps us to keep a check on our political leader at regular intervals. Yes, if the political leader they are not doing good for the betterment of the people, so by the election process we can change them. Our election system is based on one person, one vote, and each vote has equal value. As we know that in India there is political equality, there is no economic equality, there is maybe no social equality, but the main feature of our election system, that in our country India, one person has one vote and one vote has equal value. So it establishes political equality in our country India. So this is the description, that these are the valid points which can show the need and the importance of election in the life of human being. Thank you and have a nice day.